I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to make my next video, and I'm still kind of uncomfortable with YouTube. I'm used to TikTok where I can just freely express myself. And I figured, it's like, you know what? I'm just going to do the same thing. I have all of this equipment, have all this camera, but I'm just going to go back to my phone because I'm comfortable speaking with my phone, and it probably is the most natural thing. Anyway, this week I've been thinking, I really miss being normal. I've been feeling a lot of energies, a lot of changes in my body. And I just thought to myself, when I'm watching these girls that are unconscious, they're, just doing their Amazon hauls, they're just doing their thing. Like, I miss that. But at the same time, I'm also very grateful of all of the miracles I've experienced in my life. Ever since I was young, I always had this deep knowing and deep want within my soul to find truth, to learn about myself. And I'm very fortunate that I get to do that now, and I get to help other people as well. Many people often say to me that, hey, you're very wise for your age, all of these things. Like, I suffered a lot, that's why I know about these things. But when you awaken, it really breaks so many filters that you used to have, and the unconscious patterns that your parents might have given you, your friends, teachers, and you ignore a lot of these truths outside of you, how the government works, how society works. And more you become conscious, you have pattern recognition, you become more intelligent. So there's this side of being smart, being intelligent. There's this nihilism of knowing that it's the things that are we seeing now, it's only going to get worse. And even me studying philosophy, many of these programming filters in our society are starting to break apart. Our society has to crumble down so that we can rebuild it. I see positive timelines where we're heading, and it's just the process of getting there is hard because we have to rebuild it brick by brick, and societies didn't just happen in one go. A lot of these structures, all the way back from the Roman Empire, Egypt, a lot of slavery, our DNA, it's all getting cleansed, unraveled. So we're now starting this whole new book of life, and it's such a monumental thing to do. And having the knowledge and the weight of that, it will drive you crazy. I've had so many experiences spiritually that I can't deny it. It's like, you can't even talk to a therapist about this, Like, I only talk to my best friend, spiritual teachers, because otherwise, normal 3D therapists, they can't really understand you. They have not experienced the things that we've experienced. And so when I woke up, I had a Kundalini awakening, and I was an atheist for a very long time. And all of a sudden, I was just like, poof, I believe in God. I saw God. I was in my bathtub. I had a spontaneous Kundalini awakening. Like, my body was just like, spirit was just moving through me. And I was just like, I was not in my bathtub, and I was just seeing source, God, whatever it is. And I was feeling all of these things that was something undeniable. And I was looking at myself in the mirror and I was just like sobbing. I was just remembering, like, oh my God, I can't believe that I forgot that I am God. You know, I can't believe that all this time I've been saying to myself that I'm not good enough, that I'm not beautiful. Many of these negative things that I've been perceiving myself, which is why I really like psychedelics. If you are new, use psychedelics as these training wheels, but don't be so dependent on them because it can fragment your consciousness too. So a lot of times people with really bad trauma in their lower bodies, let's say SA or like childhood abuse, their lower bodies are not as strong. So when you go move into the higher states of consciousness, this can it can make it harder. Like you get spiritually attacked, especially when you get to like 9D, 10D. And really bolstering a lot of your lower body, working more on embodiment, your cervix, root chakra. Very important. Yeah, those are some of the things I've noticed. You know, some days you will feel like you are going mad, like your whole head is a colander filled with holes and you're receiving just crazy amount of flow of data from the cosmos. And too much of this can cause psychosis in your consciousness and you go out of your body. So what you do is you ask your higher selves, like, hey, higher self, like, please close some of these realities and connect me to my highest possible timeline connected to source. And you're going to prioritize dark timelines and ask for your favorite frequency. I really like 14D, which is the golden frequency. Purple I love for overthinking. Red for energy. Blue for like calmness. You can use and ask a lot of these frequencies because, you know, we are light bodies that are bound in time. Yeah, there's so much like quantum mechanics that goes on where you are rendering in space-time, your momentum, your coherence. So it's like you are driving this jet. However, your body, right? Your body is like your spaceship. It is like your jet. And if you can master space-time constructs, if you can master your patterns and where you are, you can really move your life like super fast. I was able to leave my 9 to 5 in just a year, and other people would spend their whole lives doing it. And now, if I need money, I ask my highest self. I know what patterns are that I need to take a look at so that I can move my life there. I've had opportunities come to me. I can't remember the last time I did not have a front parking. Your manifestations will become faster and faster, especially now that we are in Aquarius. So for me, like really writing down, I have a lot of like mood boards around here, and I'm always writing down scripting, manifestation. But we also need to put in the action. You can't just be wishful thinking all the time. Although you can brainwash yourself to do all these things, you have to be more open and allow. Really, it's the allowing, the feminine. It is the container that holds a lot of this energy, which is the masculine. So if you want to manifest something, you have to let go, surrender, open yourself up to receiving. Play. Do a lot more play. Stop being so rigid, and that'll open up more. So yeah. And embodiment practices, I can't stress that enough.